Well, today in Fat Guy Chronicles, I guess I can call it, just went into my daughter's second grade classroom as a mystery reader, which is they bring in someone to read a special book to them or just read a book to them every so often throughout the year. And my daughter had been begging me for most of the year to come in and do it, but I have a little bit of anxiety issues. I have a little bit of public speaking issues, and I know they're just second graders, but they're strangers. So, maybe a little nervous, maybe a little scared. More so because I know how young children can be, elementary school children. Um, and I didn't want to go in there and her classmates see me and think, "Ooh, look how fat Scarlett's daddy is. Daddy, your daddy's so fat," and just stuff that kids do. And I didn't want her to be ridiculed or made fun of because of the way I looked. And it's probably all in my head because yeah, I don't know. But everything went fine. Uh, Kids were really nice, and like I said, it's probably all in my head, but that just my feeling about it. I just didn't know if anyone else ever had those kind of feelings or issues that they dealt with. Didn't help when I first went in there. I sat in the chair that they have to have the guests sit and read, and there's this rocking chair that I was squeezing my hips as I was sitting into, so I had to like force myself that into it. So I kind of felt like biscuits pop out of a can anyway. So, but like I said, it went okay. It went good actually. Kids are really nice, and everyone's really appreciative, and so hoping my daughter doesn't get made fun of because her daddy's a fatty. But again, that's probably all in my head. And to go along with that, another issue I was having this week, along the same lines, and I don't know if people of a certain size run into this, or people that aren't of a certain size are aware that people of a certain size run into this issue, is that my daughter is receiving an award at a PTA art showcase event or something. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but anyway, we're supposed to go to the children's theater in the city that's next to our town here, and I was reluctant to go with my wife and daughter because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to fit in the seats and be able to sit and watch my daughter receive her award, or I have to wait in the lobby or stand out back or just sit in the car because there wasn't room for someone like me. Because I don't know if anyone else has run into this issue, but you go to events like at sporting events or theater, stuff like that, and uniform seating is not a big person's best friend. I run into that more so with theaters than anything else. Where the point with is I have to, when I go online, I have to research the event. I have to look at pictures of the seating. I will try to find diagrams of the seats they put in and the width of them. I will, and even if I decide that I'll be able to squeeze myself into one of these seats, I always make sure I get an aisle seat, or if they're cheap enough, maybe buy one extra seat so I'm not spilling over onto somebody next to me. Because, armrests are not a fat guy's friend. And I deal with that on a daily basis, and I'm not sure anybody else has that issue, or when they run into the issue, care as much that they're bothering the person next to them if they're too big to fit in their seat, which I hope you are, because it's common courtesy, but you can't help it, but you still want to do everything you can to alleviate the issue. But anyway, I'm going to this event, and it's about a month, and we'll hope it works out. I hope I can fit in the seat. I looked at the pictures for the theater, and they look okay, But again, it's uniform theater seating. In the pictures I saw, there were children sitting in the seats, so I don't know. And they all have fixed armrests. And like I said, armrests aren't a fat guy's friend. And I can't choose my seat, so I can't make sure I get an aisle, that kind of thing. Maybe I can go early and try to, make sure I get in the aisle. I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be in the theater. I think it's actually like some kind of meeting hall or conference room or something that they're doing this awards presentation in. But regardless, it's just an issue that people of a certain size have to deal with, and just want few people of a certain size that may be watching this too, that you're not alone. We all deal with this. We all have to make do or go without sometimes if we know we're not going to be able to comfortably fit into an arena, or we're going to be terribly inconvenient or terribly inconvenience someone else that might be going with us, or a stranger that might be going to something as well. So it's a choice you have to make at certain points. And I want people that aren't aware that this issue, that aren't aware that this is an issue, that it's an issue. And as us biggins, we are aware of it. We're doing everything we can to not infringe upon your space. And sorry if it happens. I mean, we don't like it any more than you do if someone is a little bigger next to you and crowds you, or takes up your armrest on a plane, in a theater, at the movie, at a sporting event. Like I said, we didn't know that you knew that we were aware it's an issue, but we know it's an issue, and we're sorry. Or we're not sorry, I don't know. I'm sorry, but because I don't want to be like this, but if you like who you are, you like being big, don't care that you're big, understand your size and have respect for those around you, but it is what it is.